Well, good morning. I come to you from the great state of Maine. My name is Tom. Well, the bait tank is all set up in the basement. It's filled with water. The air pumps are running, filling that water full of good oxygen. So now it's time to find some bait. So I'm out today. I have a dozen traps. I am going to go to at least 4 ponds, maybe 6. I'm going to put 2 traps in each pond. All of the ponds except for 1 I have trapped before. I mean, all of the ponds I have not trapped except for 1. After I leave here, I'll be headed to that pond, and then that's the pond I've trapped in the past. Done really well on that, so we're going to put in a couple traps there. This is a pond I've never been to. It's a fire pond for fire trucks can pull up and pull out water. It's a fire hydrant hooked to this pond. I've never trapped here before, so I'm going to set in a couple of traps and see if there's anything in here. If there is not anything in here, I will trap some and put some in here, and we will fertilize this little pond. There's no inlet to it, there's no outlet. This is just a man-made kind of pond. It's for fire hydrant, so it'll make a great place for bait. Get a good bait established here would be really nice. It's easy to get to, but we'll see what happens. A lot of times there's already bait in these things, so let's find out. Get you some. My coffee's over there in the sled. What a mess it is out here today. We've got that wet, heavy snow on top of the ice. So what we've got probably 8 inches of ice out here, and then we got about 4 inches of slush. And then we've got about 4 inches of snow. So what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. But oh well, we'll put these traps in and see what happens. I am going to many ponds like this because I want to up my list of ponds that I can go and find shiners. Plus I am looking for some big ones. So if I can find a pond that has some really big shiners in it, then I've got another trap for those, and come back out and set that trap that has a bigger opening, so I can collect the bigger shiners. And if I can get some shiners in these traps that are 4 to 5 inches long, then I will know that there's bigger ones in here 9 times out of 10. So we'll find out anyways. But what a beautiful day. It was cold last night. We're about 6 below zero. But I wasn't expecting all this slushy mess. So hey, I'm going to put the traps in and we're going to move along. I just wanted to let you know the bait tank's in. Now we're looking for bait. So you have a good day. I'll catch you in a minute here, I guess. Nothing too complicated about this. I'm just going to put dog food in there, some bread, drop the traps down. I've already pre-cut my sticks, all of that stuff. So it's pretty straightforward. Bait basket, put in a little dog food, doesn't take much. I do have some old bread here. It's freezer burnt. I'm going to drop in a loaf, a piece of that. Just in case you didn't see, I can't see that camera at all on a sunny day. Got my bait basket, I put some dog food in, I put in a piece of bread. You want these closed off ponds for a couple of reasons. One is there's not a whole lot of food out here, like in a stream or a brook or something like that. So if there's fish in here, they'll come in there pretty easily. Now, I didn't check how deep the water is here, but you only want to be just under the ice. Now, I put on a chain. I've got my name tag on here to make them legal. And then I've got on a little bit of chain, get me down through the ice. And that way, the only time I've ever chopped that rope off was when I had help. I had my big trap down there and I had help, and I said, be careful of that rope. Well, they wasn't careful of the rope. So what I'm going to do is wind this up so that it's just below the ice. Alright, I changed out my stick. My hole was a little big. I've got the trap down about a foot under the ice. I've set it up on logs so that my stuff doesn't freeze in. I've got a silver trap in, and I'm going to put in a black trap. There's been some debate out there that the silver traps work better. So we'll bait them the same way, and we're going to find out myself. I have half and half. I have 6 black traps, and I have 6 of the silver. So, let's find out. Put them side by side. With the same bait, same everything. I never paid much attention to it myself. There's the traps. I've got 2 traps down there. If there's bait in them, I will put more bait in and send them right back down. Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from the great state of Maine. Welcome. I'm on a small pond this morning. The first time I've ever been out here as far as bait fishing. I wanted to check it out. You can see in the background it's a pretty good sized pond. It's a fire hydrant pond, which means there's no inlet and no outlet. But sometimes these things are chock-a-block full of shiners or creek chubs or anything that has made it in it over the years, and then they spawn and really take over the place. But hey, you never know. I put the traps in here 3 days ago. I come to check it out. I do have some great news. On Saturday of this week, I'll be putting some traps into a very good pond that I used to catch thousands and thousands of shiners out of. It's taken me a little bit of time to catch up with the landowner. I just caught up with him an hour ago and got permission to cross his property and park in his driveway. So that's half the battle, making sure I keep the landowners happy, and with any luck, we can catch 1,000 shiners a week out of that little pond. So I will find out on this weekend. I'm going Saturday. If not Saturday, then it will be Sunday. We got some family things on Saturday that I would have to beat, so it might not be until Sunday. But I will put in at least a half a dozen traps over there and then allow them 3 or 4 days to settle in. And then I will go pull them traps, and with any luck, we'll have all the bait we need for the rest of the winter. So here we are. Let's check these traps, pull them out, and see what happens. Coyotes have been all over this little pond. If you look down in that track, well, the good with the bad, you might as well have the bad with the good. No sense in showing you all the gravy videos. No bait at all in these traps. I will take you down and show you. They've been here for 3 days, so no bait in this pond. Something to keep in mind. If I get a surplus of bait, I will bring over some bait and drop them off. So, no sense in showing you all the gravy videos. There's enough of those out there on YouTube.